In Warhammer 3, we are spoiled for choice, with 9 lords across 7 core factions, and the Ogre Kingdoms pre-order bonus, which adds another 2. Creative Assembly, however, thought that wasn't quite enough, and went to the trouble of adding an unlockable legendary lord, the Red Tzar, Boris Bokha. This gives Kislev 3 legendary lords from which to choose, with Boris providing a different experience as he starts away from the lands of Kislev in the Darklands, home to the Chaos Dwarfs, who we should see later this year. He also doesn't take part in the competition for followers like Katerin and Kostaltin, but instead he can choose to lend his weight behind one of them. But as I said, Boris is not available from the start, and he needs to be unlocked by completing a specific set of requirements in-game. So in this video we will go through the steps needed to unlock Tzar Boris, so you too can enjoy his campaign. If all you want to do is unlock Boris, then it's probably a good idea to set the campaign and battle difficulty to easy. So, the first thing we want to do is start up a fresh campaign as Kislev, and to make it a little easier, we will use Katerin. The reason we do this is because Katerin starts with Kislev as her capital, and one of the requirements we need to fulfill is to hold Kislev, Prague and Eringrad simultaneously for about 10 turns. Okay, so we are in the campaign as Katerin. We need to deal with the starting threat, and then we can return to Kislev and build up an army. You can choose to take the smaller settlements from the enemy faction, or take the riskier option and head straight for Prague and try to conquer that. So, with Prague under our control, we need to set our sights on Eringrad. Once again we have 2 options. We can try to confederate the owning faction, which will take some time, or we can attempt to take the city by force. Whichever option you choose, it will take several turns, either to muster the required forces, or to convince them to confederate. Once you have all 3 cities under your control, you need to play the waiting game, as it will be roughly 10 turns before the quest battle marker will appear at the ice falls just to the north of Prague. When it does appear, then take your best force and prepare to face an army of Tzeentch, where you have to kill 3 Tzeentchian wizards who are trying to capture Boris, before you can free him yourself. If you are victorious, then a dialogue will appear with several options about which city, if any, you would like Boris's faction to take control over, or you can choose to have him join your faction, where you can recruit him as a lord in the campaign. Regardless of which choice you make, having won the quest battle will have unlocked Boris's campaign, and if you return to the campaign selection screen for Kislev, Boris will be added to your list of options. This is a fantastic little bonus, which I was not expecting, but it's great to have that extra campaign in an otherwise empty part of the map. Thanks to the developers at Creative Assembly for adding Tzar Boris to the game, and also for allowing me early access to Warhammer 3. I'd also like to thank my patrons for their continued support of the channel, thanks to Hot Apple Pie and Solarith Magnetar. I'm Grey Tiger, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.